Time.
I told you it was going to take a second longer just because
Awesome.
it's raining. Well, it looks like we still have about 30 seconds, maybe more. Up there it is. Now it's right on time. What's up, everybody? Y'all are hearing me talk to myself. Blessed. But after a whole decade together, you're not surprised, are you? Well, I am super excited about today's guest. We've been getting a lot of requests to learn more about CBD. On top of that, a lot of y'all have questions about CBD that I also had about CBD. And guess who answered those questions for me? My friend Joe. Um, and I actually learned so much more than I ever thought. Like, because one question leads to another question, which leads to another question. So you already feel bad for Joe. And he is still my friend. Can you believe that? But anyway, enough about that crazy situation. Joe's the founder and owner of Stirling Professional CBD, completed his undergrad in San Diego State University and his MBA in 2002 from Pepperdine University. He has run a $1 billion business at HP, Lenovo. Did I say that right? And Amazon.
Lenovo, yeah. Yep.
Ah.
Yeah.
His life was changed in 2003 when his chiropractor saved him from surgery, which would have left metal and screws in his back. In 2014, he launched Sterling with the goal of providing a healthy, natural alternative to over the counter and prescription medications. Stirling Professional has an industry leading lineup of 2,500 milligram CBD lotions, THC and THC free capsules and gels, and 4 great solutions for better sleep. Amen to that. Stirling Professional brings unique CBD products to your patients. They're proud to be in over 100 chiropractic offices and give back to the chiropractic community through donations to state and national chiropractic associations. Do y'all see how he won over my heart?
All right. All right.
Supporting the profession. And then he really won over my heart when he helped me sleep better at night. So Joe, thank you so much. This is your first time on the webinar series.
Hey, thank you for having me. And what a great introduction. Thank you. I think that got me pretty fired up. So thank you guys for everyone for joining. I'm going to share my screen here and talk a little bit about Stirling. So this is going to be, when I talk to doctors and we have an opportunity, the first thing they ask, is, how, what studies are an efficiency or efficacy studies are there on CBD? How is CBD different? Is CBD, how is the different CBDs produced? So really, I want to talk to you a little bit about today about going a deep dive into those studies from some very reputable universities and publications. I want to talk to you a little bit about some Stirling products and what is selling exceptionally well in chiropractors and how the product mix is changing very rapidly, which is interesting. And then finally end up with a bit of trivia and get an opportunity to give out some prizes and some good products. So the first question I get is cannabis, marijuana, hemp, what's the difference? Like, how are they different? So very simply, a good analogy is that a Labrador and a Chihuahua are both canine. Labradors were bred by humans for hunting, fishing, and companionship. Chihuahuas were bred for food by the ancient Aztecs and Toltecs, and more recently, annoying celebrities carry them around. So just very similarly, cannabis is the species, and humans have evolved and bred two very different breeds of cannabis. One is hemp. Hemp is the product that George Washington grew, Thomas Jefferson grew. It was actually the very first crop grown by humans. So think about that, 15,000 years ago, somebody, in southeast Turkey said, hey, I'm not going to go hunting today. I'm going to grow some hemp. And all of his tribe is like, what are you talking about? Grow some hemp. We need some food. Well, that's a big risk. And it turned out very well because with hemp, not only did it feed their animals and was a very fast growing plant, but it's great for rope, it's great for clothing, great for tents, great for sandals, all of those materials that humans needed in order to, to be productive. So hemp, big, huge, stocky, massive bush. Marijuana, on the other hand, was bred to get people high. Um, it's a much thinner plant, and if you the marijuana, what people are going for is the flower on the marijuana, which is the bud or the thing that people smoke. So very interesting analysis between those two. Hemp and marijuana are the same species, grown completely differently with different purposes. And today, and all of the CBD, which is federally legal, is grown from what we call industrial hemp. And industrial hemp has between 0 and 3% THC. I'm sorry, between 0 and 0.3% THC. It has no psychoactive effects of lots of great purposes, and that's where federally legal CBD is extracted. Of course, some states have medical marijuana, and but we have a lot of great solutions that work for people in all the different states and locations. So this is a study done by the National Institute of Health, and they asked 2,400 recipients or respondents, why do you buy CBD? The number one response was for chronic pain. Second was for arthritis or joint pain. Then anxiety and depression, and for sleep. And then they asked them, okay, so you bought CBD, how many did it work for you? And 35.8% said very well by itself. About 30 people said moderately well by itself. About 30% said very well in combination with conventional medicine. And then 4.3 percentage of the people said not very well. What I think is interesting is they forgot to ask well in conjunction with chiropractic medicine or chiropractic services, because then I am sure this 30% would have jumped. But long story short, 95.7% said it worked well or very well, which pretty strong results. And of course, if you have any questions, please type them into the chat, and we can review those questions at the end of the presentation. And I want to make sure that I'm hitting all the important highlights for you guys. But great study from National Institute of Health, and we have some more studies that we'll bring up as we go. So Stirling Professional, what is our advantage? It's crazy, right? So I think the number one thing that chiropractors sell in your office is trust, right? Trust when somebody comes in with that sore or not feeling good, that they're going to walk out feeling better. Trust when you have somebody's head and neck in their hand doing adjustments that they're going to feel better. And trust in any product that you have or you're selling. Trust that product is going to work. So we, knowing that we only sell in chiropractic offices, Stirling Professional goes the extra mile and provides what we think is an unparalleled level of trust and verification. One thing we do is we include QR codes on each product. So each of our products has this little QR code. People can snap a picture of it, takes them right to the website. And at that website, they can see all of the product's third-party testing. It tests for the correct levels of cannabinoids. It tests to make sure if it's THC product, that there is indeed no THC in it, and making sure that it has no, it's organic, no heavy metals, that the crops and the products were grown properly. Kind of cool. The average office sells about $6,000 a year of Stirling. It's really easy to sell. We got some great price points and some great products. And I'm excited. Well, I didn't watch much Olympics this winter. I'm a big Olympic fan, and the U.S. Kind of cool that the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency has actually approved CBD isolate for U.S. athletes. So U.S. athletes, the premier best athletes in the world, are allowed to use CBD. The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency has come out and said that two things, that CBD helps reduce pain and inflammation after and before and after a competition or a training. And they also said that it reduces the use of over-the-counter medications, reduces the use of Advil, ibuprofen. So, and an all-natural solution that's easy on the stomach and easy on the system. So we got some great products, Stirling tinctures. They taste great, right? We just don't sell the CBD that tastes like dirt, like you're eating grass, right? We put a little bit of a flavor, just a little bit of essential oils in it, whether it's citrus, mint, or berry. We got some great lotions. Super excited about our lotions. What's great about working with chiropractors is you let us know what has been working with your patients, what ingredients work with your patients, and we've created some formulas that make a big difference for your patients. Gummies have been a big hit. We have gummies, both CBD Delta 8 and some fantastic sleep gummies, and then some capsules. So we got a full lineup of CBD product. Super excited about our lotions. We have the best lotion lineup in the industry, really bar none. Our biggest seller in the chiropractic offices is our 2,500 milligram muscle gel. The muscle gel is the hero ingredients is menthol for cooling. It's got a capsaicin, which is, of course, the compound in peppers that make them hot. Camphor oil, organic aloe, muscle sea foam, or meadow foam seed oil. One of my favorites is the CBD plus magnesium balm. We use magnesium from the Dead Sea, magnesium chloride. It has arnica, vitamin C, some great additional ingredients here, and then some really nice relaxing lavender lotion with lavender rose petal. So the difference is lavender is great for relaxing. The magnesium balm is great, gets rid of cramps very exceptionally, especially with the CBD and magnesium combination. And then the muscle gel is great before and after workouts to relax the partners or the patients. And what's great too, we got the best lotion lineup. Our pricing is unmatched. So you look at some of the competitors' pricing in here, Stirling beats them with, we have our 2,500 milligram CBD lotion, retails for $49.95. You compare that to any of the market other brands, 1,000 milligram lotions are going for 51 to $90. So we got better pricing. What's been amazing and what my team has been fascinating to watch is really there's a new pandemic out there, and that pandemic is sleep. So not only were Americans already poor sleepers with poor sleep patterns prior to COVID, there's been some great studies out of the Cleveland Clinic, Frontiers in Neuroscience, National Institute of Health, and many more publications that talk about the impact of COVID and how it has affected people's sleep patterns. So for instance, hospitalized COVID patients were 5 times more likely to suffer from total sleep deprivation compared to non-COVID-19 patients. So if you have COVID, it makes your sleep patterns 5 times worse. In addition, people that had poor sleep patterns in the first place were more likely to have more severe outcomes from COVID-19. So if you have poor sleep patterns, COVID is going to be worse. And if you have COVID, you're not going to sleep. You're going to sleep worse in the future. Third is COVID-19 sleep medicine virus attacks central nervous system, directly adhesion to ACE2 inhibitors in different parts of the CNS. So basically, the root cause of why COVID affects those sleep patterns. So sleep is so critical, so important. And the pandemic is not only people not getting enough sleep, but the other pandemic is people buying Ambien, right? People buying products that don't, or prescription products that their medical doctors are prescribing them that aren't necessarily organic and healthy and the best products for them. So really in the last, I'd say 6 months, our best-selling products has evolved to our sleep lineup. We have 3 fantastic sleep products. One is our THC-free sleep capsule. It has 25 milligrams of CBD, 5 milligrams of CBN. CBN is another cannabinoid like THC, like CBD, that is known for reducing the noise in the brain, helps you slow down a little bit. Has 10 milligrams of melatonin. It also has valerian root. It has piperin. It's got a lot of other great natural products in there that will help people to go to sleep with no THC. We've got a really nice Delta 8 sleep gummy, which Christy's a big fan of. They have 12.5 milligrams of Delta 8 THC. They also have CBD and CBN in them. And this is really our most potent sleep solution. What's great about the 12.5 milligrams of Delta 8, it's enough to slow the brain down, but it definitely is not, won't get you high. And it's a great natural calming product that helps people fall asleep and stay asleep. And then finally, another great product that we recently launched is D9 Mango Sleep Gummies. So this has 8 milligrams of Delta 9. Again, 25 milligrams of CBD, 12.5 milligrams of CBDN. So some states prefer Delta 8, some states prefer Delta 9, just depending on the rules and regulations of the state. The Delta 9 is legal everywhere. It still has 0.3% THC levels, keeping it under that federal level. And it's really the perfect sleep solution for people. And I pass these out. I give out samples at events and shows, and people are super excited about the product. Super excited about how it helps them go to sleep, how they're able to wake up refreshed, and are able to attack the next day. So in addition to the gummies, we got some pretty fantastic specialized capsules. We talked about the sleep capsules with the Maypop, melatonin, CBD, valerian root. We talked about that on the sleep page. But this is a pretty cool product too. We call it, this is CBD for athletes, or for, to help people in reduce their pain or post-workout recovery. Not only does it have the CBD in it, but it has glucosamine, cat's claw, boswellia, curcumin, white willow, MSM, chondroitin. So a really nice formulation that supplements what the CBD does. CBD is an amazing product, and it really helps people, and we've seen some great effects of CBD. But when you combine it with some proven compounds that have been in use for decades, it really makes a nice solution that combines, I think, the best of the best. So we got delta 8 THC. So what is delta 8 THC? Your entire life, when you've grown up, you've heard of THC, right? Which is a compound traditionally in marijuana that got people high, traditionally associated with marijuana. Well, that THC is actually the delta 9 THC. This delta 8 THC is a little bit softer. It's made from hemp, so it's federally legal, and it really it's less aggressive than the delta 9, but it has some really nice calming effects, many people say, without some of the paranoia or some of the other adverse effects from, I'd say, large doses of delta 9 THC. But many doctors prescribe this for just helping some of their patients relax, calm down, and really helps them enjoy stressful days in a much better way. So we talked about the different flavors of our tinctures. We got berry, citrus, mint. We have 1,000, 1,500, 3,000, and 6,000 milligram. And the pricing, once again, is untouchable. Like I've done my homework. The team's done our homework. We know what the competition is doing. We know how to undercut them. We know we run a lean and mean operation, and we're able to provide what we think is best-in-class products at best-in-class pricing. And you're making a good margin on these. And these are, again, Stirling Professional, sold only in professional offices with some unique blends and product. And then the pricing, well, I won't bore you with the pricing, but ours is really good. In addition to the providing great product at a great price, Stirling really prides herself in continuing to build the trust with not only your patients, but with you and your doctors and your offices. So we have a number of what we think is best in class programs. Number one is ongoing monthly training for your office that we do a webinar, can do some additional training. Your team can learn about our new products, and we make it quick and fun and reward your team members for joining. Second thing we do, which is kind of cool, is our Quick Start program, where we actually create Facebook ads and partnership promoting you and your Stirling products to your local area. We're starting to get pretty good at this, where we actually take our ads, go out and use Facebook, do some geolocation ads, and help drive people into your practice, promoting not only Stirling and the products that we sell, but also promoting you as a top-tier chiropractor in your local geography. So in a nutshell, why would anyone want to work with us? We got fantastic pricing, fantastic product. We have an unrivaled, dedicated customer service team, and with real strong innovation. So pretty strong portfolio here. So now we are going to jump into a quick trivia question, which I think is fascinating. So the question is, does the United States government have a CBD patent? How many hands up who think they do? Okay. And then hands down, and it's how many think they don't? All right. Thank you for those of you who voted. When I go into this or this entire presentation, I of course can't claim that Stirling Professional cures any or prevents any disease. I can't say that it helps with, any long-term or severe chronic illness. I can't say it. I am just simply going to show you what is on the government's website for the U.S. Patent Office, because yes, indeed, there is a U.S. government patent on CBD. So not only is it amazing that there is a U.S. patent on CBD that's issued to the Department of Health and Human Services, but what's more amazing is the person who applied for the patent is Nobel laureate Julius Axelrod. And what's interestingly about Julius Axelrod, besides having just the greatest name ever, Julius Axelrod also patented a drug called Prozac. So let me repeat that. The same person who patented Prozac for, I think it was Eli Lilly, also patented CBD for the United States government. Maybe somebody who knows a little bit about the brain. Maybe somebody who knows a little bit about the way neurotransmitters work. Somebody who knows, what can have some insight into what causes, mental illness or mental depression or mental degradation. So it's fascinating. And again, this is, I'm not claiming this, but we're actually going to see, I'm going to take you to the website from the U.S. Patent Office. And on this U.S. patent, which was issued October 7th, 2003, the United States Patent to Julius Axelrod from the assignee United States of America as represented by the Department of Health and Human Services. So this is 2003, right? This is when you couldn't even grow hemp, when any products that you were growing or any cannabis that you were growing was scheduled in the same classification as heroin. What does this patent say about CBD and cannabinoids as antioxidants and neuroprotectants? Again, disclaimer, this is not Joe Kryzak saying what Stirling does with CBD. This is Joe Kryzak merely reading off information from the United States Patent Office. In short, it says that cannabinoids are useful in the treatment of a wide variety of associated diseases, age-related, inflammatory, and autoimmune diseases. Wait a minute. It helps with age-related autoimmune diseases, inflammatory. So not only that, cannabinoids are found to have a particular application as neuroprotectants, limiting neurologic damage, such as stroke and trauma, or in the treatment of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and HIV dementia. So this is the United States saying that their CBD and cannabinoids as a whole have some pretty impressive effects on the brain, some pretty effective help and preventative attributes that can help the brain, and very strong neuroprotective antioxidants formula. So this really harks back to, believe it or not, why does CBD or cannabinoids have these amazing, or why does the United States of America say that CBD has these amazing components and attributes? Well, it harks back to the first guy who decided to grow hemp. What happened was they were growing hemp, it was fed to their animals, the CBD, the cannabinoids entered the animals, then the humans started eating, of course, eating the animals, and they found that there's actually human biology and the digestive system, and it must have happened even before that guy planting, but there are actually some pretty cool there's a pretty cool system in your body called the endocannabinoid system. When I went to school, in high school years ago, there was a digestive system, the circulatory system, the nervous system, the many different systems. But what they didn't have I didn't know about is there's an endocannabinoid system. The endocannabinoid system is a system specifically designed to accept cannabinoids into your body and helps you. It helps in many ways. It's almost like a thermostat for many functions of your body. So if I wanted to get one thing out of this this presentation today, the one thing I wanted to get out is that CBD is not the latest snake oil. It has some amazing proven attributes, whether it's by the U.S. Government or the latest Oregon State University study that had some strong statements about how certain types of cannabinoids prevent COVID, to the amazing patterns of how it can help out sleep. This particular product, cannabinoids as a whole, CBD, light doses of THC, full spectrum, broad spectrum. This product is specifically, I think more than any other product, is designed for the chiropractor industry. It's natural, it's organic, it's healthy. It prevents a lot of the government says it prevents a lot of bad things from happening. It helps people between visits feel better, get better sleep, live a healthier life. And I'm a big proponent of the chiropractic industry. I'm a big proponent of cannabinoids. And I think there's a really good marriage there between what chiropractors bring to the table. Been life-changing for me. So thank you for all you do for your patients, all you do to improve the health of the population in general. So thank you for that. And I would suggest that if you're interested in bringing in CBD or bringing in products that really make sense and align to what the chiropractic space is about, CBD is a very natural fit. And if CBD is a very natural fit, Stirling has built the systems and infrastructure to make us and give us an advantage and be uniquely qualified to be a partner with you in your offices. So thank you for listening. And good news, Christy, I went a little bit under. You go a little bit over, but today I went a little bit under.
Well, you know what? Our audience doesn't mind when that happens. It just means they're going to get a lunch break today. So we have a couple of questions. Are there any contraindications for using CBD?
So according to the World Health Organization, no, but we do see that there are, I would suggest people on heavy blood thinners. CBD might not be the best. I wouldn't give them to people on heavy blood thinners, just because it does have a natural, slightly blood thinning element to it. So according to the WHO, no. According to Joe Kryzak, just that.
Okay. Our next question is the patent global or only in America?
This patent is issued to the United States of America Health and Human Services by the United States. So I do not know if there are patents in other countries that if CBD is patented in any other country. I imagine it is, but I do not know for sure. But it's a good question.
Okay. Why would you use D8 and CBD at the same time and not separately?
That's a great question. So the cannabis plant as a whole, right, originally had both strong components of CBD and THC in it. When you combine the two, D8 and CBD together, Delta 8 is more for, it's more psychoactive. You know, it relaxes the brain. CBD is more physical, right? So CBD, the CBD that we're using in that particular compound has no psychoactive effects, but it really helps relax the body. It helps reduce inflammation and makes for a real nice body relaxation, where the D8 slows down the mind just enough where you're able to fall asleep. So it's a win-win scenario, mind and body.
Does Stirling own and operate the complete vertical for their products, or is this a white label product from a specific farm in the U.S.?
Both. So we do have our own farm, our own production, but we do certain products we do purchase in white label, depending on, you know, if there's efficiencies of a particular production facility, and maybe they have better gummy producing machines that we do, or can produce more than we do, and there's a then we can go to them. With that being said, all of our formulations are Stirling formulations. We do contract manufacturing. I wouldn't call it white labeling. I'd more say it contract manufacturing, because we are the ones that determine exactly what will be in each of our products, and we're not just buying white label off the shelf product. We're actually going out and doing our research for instance, our sleep products. We came up with a great formulation. We did our research on, you know, who makes the best gummy, who's, you know, going to provide us with the certificates of analysis, with the quality that's needed, with the product availability, the right taste, and so we do that also. So a little bit of both.
Are chiropractors in the state of New York legally allowed to sell products containing CBD?
CBD is legal everywhere. It can be sold across every state. I do know of certain chiropractic associations which do frown on their members selling CBD. Washington State comes to mind, where the office or the association says just sell the lotions. Utah has some restrictions on some products. But with that said, it is legal to be sold anywhere, and can be shipped across border, can be shipped across state lines, and is completely legal to be sold anywhere. So the answer is, it is legal to be sold.
Okay. I thought there were low concentrations of CBD in the marijuana plant. Is this correct?
There are low concentrations of CBD in the marijuana plant that marijuana growers are trying to weed out, for being make a little pun there, because the total amount of cannabinoids there's a finite amount of cannabinoids. All cannabinoids, whether it's THC, CBD, CBN, CBG, CBC, whatever, you know, there's 115 of them. They all come from a compound called CBGA. CBGA is the mother or the parent, is the first cannabinoid that the plant produces. And then from that CBGA, it produces, all those different compounds. So what marijuana producers do is they want all that CBGA to be turned into THC and to maximize the amount of THC in their flower and minimize the amount of CBD because they'd much rather have the THC in there than the CBD. So there is naturally occurring THC or CBD in marijuana plants. I'm sure every marijuana plant has some components of the 115 cannabinoids, but as breeders continue to grow and improve, they're going to continue to weed out the CBD. Where from a CBD perspective, from hemp, we see that there's huge value in low doses of THC. We think that is an amazing product. We think it has great attributes and really helps out people. So we want to combine CBD, the rest of the cannabinoids, with just enough THC where people aren't getting high but just enough to calm down the nervous system a little bit.
Excellent. If y'all have any more questions, please go ahead and pop them in the chat box and let us know. Just a reminder, next week, our guest is Dr. Miles Bodson. We're going to be talking about simplifying the Patient No Surprises Act. It's a must-attend event. The following week, we're going to have a marketing masterclass with Dr. Mark Sena, and we're going to kick off the first webinar in April, and rest assured, regardless of what it looks like on the website, I am not the only person speaking, but April the 5th is going to be protecting your team from patient sexual harassment. So just know that this is not the usual sexual harassment 1-hour class you're required to get for your CE. In fact, there is no CE. You guys know all that fun stuff. What we're going to do is, what do you actually do if you or one of your employees is sexually harassed by a patient, and how to and what to do in that situation. Oh, another question. How long has Stirling been producing their products?
So great question. We started in 2014 when I was in corporate America. We had a farm in California that was selling cannabis products to dispensaries in California. So it was more of the marijuana grow that we were doing out there. 2018, when the U.S. Farm Bill was passed and CBD became legal, I opted to leave Amazon and go with really what my passion was to launch the Stirling brand and provide the products that people are looking for. So officially 2014, our CBD and our professional lineup has been out for since 2018.
Excellent. Now you will also, I just posted the website and an email address, which is highlighted here on the screen. But I happen to know that you are at a lot of chiropractic events. So Joe, if they wanted to meet you in person and see what products you have, where are you going to be in the next couple of months?
So I got my next one is a great question. I'll be in North Carolina, Asheville, end of this month. And soon after that, I'll be in Virginia. And North Carolina and Virginia are two of my best, top-rated locations. Great customer base there. We're going to be in Alaska in October. We're going to be in Washington State in October, working with the Utah, Texas, and Florida teams to align with us in those locations. And then, we are, and there's some others, Georgia, Illinois, that are working with us also. So, but in the next couple months, we're going to be in Virginia, North Carolina, though it's really in the next 30 days.
All right. So for my state association people who are on this webinar today, I see you. I'm not going to call you out. But if you're interested in having Joe at your state association event, make sure you email him and reach out to him so we can maybe add him as a vendor. I'm so excited that you're going to Alaska. I'm trying to convince everybody to come with me to Alaska in October.
I know it, right? I'm looking forward to it too.
I mean,
my bucket list is to go on a helicopter and like land on a glacier. Like, how cool would that be? Like, literally land on a glacier.
Well, you got to reach out to Sherry and she'll tell you all the cool stuff to do while we're there.
Yeah.
This is my year, everybody. This is my year where I'm finally going to see the Northern Lights, because y'all know what happens is they are visible up until the day I fly in, and then it gets overcast. And it has happened for a decade.
All right.
A decade. But anyway, so this is going to be the year. So just a reminder, I posted the links so that you could go and sign up for the upcoming webinars. We've got a bunch of webinars posted for May as well. And then to all the ladies out there, happy International Women's Day.
Happy anniversary, or happy Women's Day. That's awesome.
I'm super excited.
I didn't know that.
What's in Alaska in October? Dr. Edward, it's the Alaska Chiropractic Society biannual convention, which is crazy because we haven't done it in 4 years. It's also the 50th anniversary of their state association. It's a really great event. And I can remember when I started going there over a decade ago, it was like me and maybe 10 or 12 vendors. And I think they're capping it at 40 this year, because did I mention I keep inviting everybody? So
that's what we love about you, Christy. You're the party follows you. So
I try.
I love it.
So that's okay, because next year we're all going to the combine too, right? Did y'all see on my social post?
I would love.
My NFL chiropractors gave me the most amazing early birthday present, and it was a football signed by all of them. And I love it so very much. And I had fun. And I met people there that were in the NFL, but don't ask me who they are because I don't watch football. So unless you're a chiropractor in the NFL, I have no idea who you are, which is basically what happened. I became, you're Christy, the girl who knows nothing about football. So I just want to say we got a couple of people that said, thank you. This was very informative.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I try my best to bring some of the science and information in there that help out the industry as a whole. And I am truly thankful to chiropractic industry as a whole, or else I'd be in a wheelchair. So God bless you guys, and thanks for all that you do.
I feel the same way. Gosh, I love you guys. So here's what we got coming up. Miles, Mark, I'm not the only person in April. We have more people. Your stuff is late. We're going to have them posted soon. And then we got my dear friend, Cindy Howard, and Sherry McAllister, and Mario Fushinieri. And we're super excited because we have a lot of great topics that are coming up in the next couple of months. So make sure y'all visit the webinars page often. I've got another one that I have to update in here. Hopefully it's for April and not for June, but you never know. And that is a wrap for today. So you know the rules, guys. We ended in 15 minutes early, which means no doing paperwork. Do not answer the phone. Keep your door closed to your office. Don't let your team know that you are off your weekly webinar. Just sit back, relax, and breathe, and enjoy the next 12 minutes before you have to see your next patient. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day and a fabulous week. And I can't wait until we're back here, same time, same place next week with our guest, Dr. Miles Bodson. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. Thank you.